Hi, and welcome to the studio at Indian Hills Community College. I'm Chef Gordon Rader, Program Director and Lead Culinary Instructor here at Indian Hills. We're going to do a quick video for you today, and I wanted to talk about technique. It's very important to distinguish technique and recipes. Most of us work with recipes, and when you come into a professional cooking environment, you're going to be working with technique. So one of the first things when you come into our classroom, we're going to start working with vegetables. I've got two different plates with some variations on a carrot that you're required to learn. This is a julienne cut, and then we move on to the brunoise. This is a fine dice. Then we have a small, medium, and large dice for different cooking preparations, maybe sauces or soups. Paysan, a rondelle, which might end up on your plate as a vegetable side, and then bâtonnet. On this side, we've taken the medium dice from the small to medium dice from the other plate, and we've combined it with celery and onion to give us a mirepoix. And this is a basic component to soup, stocks, and sauces, an aromatic component that gives a lot of flavor. Then we have a chiffonade of basil, and that's just a very fine shred. We have some basil, purple basil actually, and then we have the chiffonade of leeks. Same principle here, and then we finish up with a brunoise of onion. What are all those fancy words? You know, why don't we just cut the vegetables and put it in the pan? Well, one of the things that distinguishes us in a professional work environment is the technique that we use. And I really want you to learn the proper technique so you can get the type of job that will help you be successful financially and professionally. You know, your career is important, and you want to do something that you love, and so you need to do it right. That's what we're going to show you how to do. So first of all, knives, very important. Forstner for me is a great work knife. You know, you can buy Hinkle's, wonderful product, great mix of steels, but this is a great working knife. It's sharp, keeps an edge. Diced onions, very easy. We're going to cut off the root end first, let some of the gas escape. It's not going to burn your eyes so bad. We're going to cut it in half. We're going to take off the skin. We want to take the knife in about 1/8 of an inch up from the bottom, and we're just coming up 1/8 of an inch or so, and we just move up each time. And you want to be careful not to go too far. I like to leave a little edge here, and you don't want to cut yourself. And then we're going to come right across, about the same distance, and then a fine dice every time. You can utilize this for soup, or you can go ahead and dice this up as well. All right. I want to go through quickly and grab a carrot and show you some of the other cuts. I'm going to use the bigger knife. This is a chef knife. I really like the smaller knives. It's got a better edge on it. So 2 inches is the key here. We want to try to keep 2 inches on each of these longer cuts. We're going to square off the edges so that's easy to work with, and this is going to become components for soup. And then we're going to do 1/8 inch slices right across, and I'm just going to do 3 for you. I'm going to stack them, turn them around, and then 1/8 of an inch across, and you have your julienne. Well, what do I use that for? And what about the waste? There's a lot of classic preparations, and just think about when you're making a salad. Even as just a salad, if you utilize these ingredients, it's going to be an incredible presentation, and people are going to know that you care about what you're doing. You know, this is the diner at $3.95 versus white tablecloth at $29.95. I mean, which would you rather do? It's pretty brainless. It's with a 1/8 of an inch dice, and we have the brunoise. Okay? I'm just going to take that and set it on the plate because I like that cut. It's great in soups, a garnish for consommes. Nice on top of a salad, something simple. Now we're going to go back and show you something a little bit thicker here. This is a bâtonnet. I'm just going to square this up to about 1/4 inch. And then we're going to cut it in half, and there's your bâtonnet. Rondelles, rounds, it's very easy. You're just taking the knife and coming right across, straight across the carrot. Rondelles. So basically every one of these cuts, there's a history behind it, there's a reason behind it, and when you get here, you know, we're going to show you how to do these things and talk about why we do them. One of the things that a lot of students talk about, well, I don't understand what you're saying. It's in a foreign language. It's French. It's really important these days to know another language, Spanish in particular. But French, if you know French technique, and if you want to get the type of job that you're dreaming about, isn't it nice to know how to pronounce these things? And this is a great book that I like to use. It's a personal book. We don't have it on hand for you to use during your classes. But before you come in, pick this up at Amazon.com. I think this was like $5, a used copy. But it has the pronunciations of each of the things that we use in the kitchen. You know, from the vegetable cuts to some of the cooking terms, techniques that we use for meats and poultry, stocks and sauces. And that prepares you, you know, before you get in. So I appreciate you coming by and hope to see you again soon.